Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My at hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I am your sister with the curly braids, Vicky Dillard, and I am so pleased to be with you today here on my own new network, VickyDillard.tv directly, or Vicky Dillard TV on YouTube. You can reach me directly at either link. I want you to let everybody you know that I'm going live weekly here on my own channel. You all know that for many years, I helped to build several other large platforms, bring credibility to a lot of other Black platforms. I am no longer on most of those platforms anymore. I'm doing my own from scratch. And so it might look like I'm the underdog now since I no longer have access to the millions of lives that I've reached over the years. I would dare say total because of the number of views, that is. But I want you to let everybody know that I'm here. I keep getting messages, comments, DMs. Where are you, Vicky? They're saying, I miss you on Fly Nubian Queen. I miss you on their platforms. I miss you on Dr. Boy's TV. I miss you on formerly Your Black World. I miss you on those other networks. Well, beloved, tell them that their sister with the curly braids goes live weekly here at VickyDillard.tv. Okay? Thank you so very much. And thank you for tuning in. Without further ado, family, let's get to where we're going. I want to have this discussion today about true Black media. Now, you all know that for a long time, I have discussed the fact that the powers that shouldn't be, somebody talk Black to me. You all know that I have discussed for some time that the powers that shouldn't be have an inordinate amount of authority and control over the minds of our people and the world. Is that right, family? Talk Black to me, somebody. Now, fam, I got my phone here for just a second because I want to invite my Instagram family to come on in real quick. And I'm going to flip and use this device because I need to read you some articles, okay? By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. We're over 50-some thousand subscribers now there. And I'm at 30-something thousand, I think, now on Twitter. I'm just growing leaps and bounds on Twitter. So, family, I'm so glad you're here. I see our beautiful moderators that are highlighted in blue. They're going to be putting important information in the chat. So, family, make sure that you pay attention to our beautiful moderators that are highlighted in blue, okay? Thank you so very much. James Pitt, you better act right. James, you better act right. James, act right. But thank you for the compliment, love. Mwah. Talk Black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. If you are tuning in right now, on the count of 3, I want you to hit the thumbs up button and I want you to share, share, share. Are you ready? Hey, Instagram, I want y'all to get ready to come on over to my new network at VickyDillard.tv, okay? Or Vicky Dillard TV on YouTube, okay? Come on over, Instagram, because I need to use this device here in a moment. Are y'all ready? On the count of 3, everybody hit that thumbs up button. Everybody hit share, 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 share. And if you haven't, be sure to hit all notifications, even though y'all know, unfortunately, some of these platforms don't even put my notifications out. So always look for me, okay? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, who is this saying? It's hard to act right when Queen Vicky dressed so lovely. Thank you, beloved. I'm telling you, y'all make sure that your sister with the curly braids don't suffer from low self-esteem. Love y'all so much. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Family, never get annoyed because I say that. It makes it more likely that other folks will know that we're here when you deliberately share, when you deliberately engage with this broadcast and my media network. I do still provide content for my dear brother Phil Scott's large channel at African Diaspora News Channel on YouTube. They're undergoing some rebranding and stuff there, but my content is still there, sometimes weekly, whenever he uploads it. So be sure to check out some of my commentary there. Sometimes I do geopolitical commentary there as well. So I talk on international issues sometimes on that channel as well. Somebody talk black to me. Love y'all so much. Now, family, let's talk about this. How many of you all saw recently Byron Allen's funny looking self on CNN? Now, I saw, well, I should say I didn't get to see the whole podcast, but shout out to the other Black media folk who's discussed this. But I had this August 6th or 7th, somewhere thereabout. I was looking at my emails, and my goal was to discuss this. But you all know that because my health comes first, I don't go live every day like I used to. Nobody was putting it down as much as your sister with the curly braids live. Is that right? Thank you. Your compliments on my nails. I love y'all so much. So, family. So my health comes first, but I still go live weekly and I'm still providing content here. Now watch this. Byron Allen's funny looking self now owns the Grio, right? And so he purchased BNC, which stands for Black News Channel, which we know it wasn't no Black News Channel. Many of our people have speculated that the Black News Channel, and not just the Black News Channel, also other media outlets have done their best to try to replace us. Now, they went from mocking us for using alternative media to reach you. They went from mocking us and our commentary about social and political issues to trying to copy. Let me hit the gavel. For those of you that don't know, the Vicky Show is home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. I said the Vicky Show is the home, God, today, trendsetter of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Somebody black talk black to me. I see you, Instagram. Instagram, I want y'all to get ready to come over to YouTube. Vicky Dillard TV on YouTube, Instagram. Y'all get ready to come on over. Somebody said, I'm in Rocker. Is that your name, beloved? Bought a badge on my Instagram. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. Mwah. Now listen, so they went from mocking us to copying us, and that's what they usually do. When I say they, the little people that hate on people, they go from running their mouth talking about you to copying, child, copying. Jesus, talk black to me. So that's what some of your mainstream white news outlets did. And it's certainly what Byron Allen's funny looking self did. Now, you all know that I was on the cutting edge of keeping my foot on Byron Allen's funny looking neck. Talk black to me when he made that appearance on The Breakfast Club. And that's when, you know, he was talking about how he bought up the Weather Channel because he owns the Weather Channel and stuff like that. So at first he was talking like he was, you know, he was buying up stuff, for, you know, so he could control the images and the narrative for black people and stuff. And so when Charlemagne asked him, well, the networks that you have, this was at that time before he just recently acquired BNC News. He said, he started asking him about the channels. And so Byron started talking about how he owns a pet channel, a car channel, something about a vacation. If I haven't forgotten, it's been a long time ago. Y'all know I do a whole lot of research and I consume a whole lot of news. And it's been so long ago since I did that story. But it was all these shows. And I'm thinking, what is a Rockweiler? Talk black to me, somebody. And a Great Dane around this mug got to do with black people. What are these vacation shows, these car shows, these car networks and stuff? Got to do with black people. Somebody black talk black to me. And y'all know he's a whole swirl, and that's his business. He got him a strong Becky. God, today. Okay. So him being worth all the millions and stuff, when he's out of here, it's not our people that's going to likely benefit the most from that money. When you're married to the strong Beckys, you understand what I'm talking about. So he was talking about all these things that wasn't black. So I was just playing his words. Watch this. Now he ended up buying the Grio. And I want to show you something. You all know that, you know, people from CNN has been in my DMs and mad at me about content. MSNBC folks have called us directly upset about something. But shout out to the brother that you know, at least came to some sense when he talked to me, the one that called and stuff. You all understand that people from the View trip, you understand that your current press secretary, before she was press secretary, she blocked me on different platforms for a viral show I did some time back about her little buddy, Susan Rice. And I mentioned her funny looking name and she got mad, child. You understand. And it's too many more unimportant ones that I'm not even going to mention. Y'all got your little so-called street activists, those that say they strong and stuff, that blocked your sister with the curly braids and stuff. The reason I bring this to your attention is not because I suffer from low self-esteem because these knuckleheads block me. I'm highlighting the fact that when they block me, they're blocking you. Talk black to me because I don't troll their pages. They're watching us. Talk black to me. So when I find out that these folks block me, most of the time it's y'all bring it to my attention or I find out by accident because I'm trying to do research for a show and realize I can't get through. Y'all know the newspapers have tried to come for your sister with the curly braids, on and on and on. Aminakra, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. You just gave one on my Instagram page, but thank you, beloved, for your super chat. Now watch this. Instagram, y'all come on over now to Vicky Dillard TV. I need to use this. Now, I highlight the knuckleheads, these media folk and these media networks that are supposed to be voices of the people, right? But they're blocking people. Now, guess what the Griot did to your sister some time back? And I know I'm not the only Black media person that they've done this to, but let me give you the receipts. Instagram, come on over, beloved. I need to show y'all these receipts. I'm at Vicky Dillard TV on YouTube, or you can reach me directly at vickydillard.tv. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. For some time that the powers that shouldn't. You can follow me on Instagram at Vicky X Dillard. Follow me on my other platforms, beloved. And of course, my main platform is my website, Vicky Planet. And I'm so proud of my website. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I got my own Vicky University school that I control now, Club Vicky. I ran Club Vicky for years. It was all me. It was all my yummy content. But unfortunately, I didn't own it. And unfortunately, I was denied access to all of my people. So I have no control or no access whatsoever. So I have my own spiritual school, Vicky University. And for only $44 before the price goes up, for an entire, you get a month's worth of masterminds. I do specific lectures for at least 3 weeks for the month. That's what I consider to be a full month for my particular masterminds. The price will go up, and you're getting life-changing spiritual keys that will give you purpose, power, and profit in every area of your life if you implement these spiritual things that I teach you. These are for serious spiritual magicians only. Talk black to me, baby. I was born for this. This is what I was born for, in part. Talk black to me. Now, I want to show y'all something about the Grio. I want to show y'all something about the Grio. Now, for those of you that don't know, and I completely understand why you wouldn't know it because it doesn't make any sense. The Grio claims to be a Black news outlet for Black people. God, today, can you imagine? Can you imagine? But they don't. Now, let me show you something. The content that they provide was, to me, in many ways, actually anti-Black or pro-Democratic. And how many of you all know you can't be D1? You got to be B1. D1 means not Democrat first, but Black first, or any other political party or any other religious or social classification. Watch this. Watch this. Let me show you this. Let me finish posting this on Instagram. I'm almost done. While I'm doing that, everybody hit that thumbs up button, share, share, share. By the way, family, I put a link in the chat. I got to go back there and put it in there. I am so excited because your sister with the curly braids, you all know that my goal is to reach more of the world, not just on YouTube. I've told you a long time ago that I'm not just nobody's YouTuber. I use YouTube as one of the many platforms to reach people. But my messages, my inspiration for my commentary even is divine. Talk black to me. I know we laugh and giggle and have fun and stuff, but don't miss the energy and the spirit of what I'm doing here. So my main platform is my website at VickiPlanet.com, but I am so excited because Voyage Atlanta did a beautiful feature of your sister in their online magazine. Yay! So I'm going to put that link in the chat again, or maybe one of our mods can put it in the chat again. I'm going to, in fact, let me see. I'm going to, Rashida, I'm sending it to you, and that way you can get it too. You can put it in the chat for me, sis. And I'm sending you one to Shalina. You can check your messages, beloved. Y'all know where I communicate with you on different places, but you all know where I usually communicate with you on. I just put the link there. So hopefully you're able to see it so we can share it. Now watch this. Awesome. Watch this, fam. So we can just copy the link and put it in there for us. Thank you so much. And let me put this up. Now watch this, y'all. Watch this. So what was I talking about? I was talking to you all about the fact that several media entities on different mainstream news outlets, like Meghan McCain, who was formerly on The View and all that kind of stuff, she blocked me on multiple platforms. And for those of you that don't know, Meghan McCain blocked me because I effectively, God, today, I just gotta just be honest with you about this. I effectively defended Tamika Mallory on multiple occasions on the different platforms that I was on, because when she went on The View, those white girls dog walked her. And the black looking ones, like, what's the one, the name? What's the girl's? Sunny Hostin. They dog walked Tamika Mallory. I felt bad for her. Tamika went on that show. She didn't have hardly no smoke. It was smokeless. Tamika had a smokeless interview with the Beckys and the Sunny Hostins. Talk black to me. Why was that important? Some of you all may or may not know this, but The View and other mostly white women dogged Tamika. They helped to destroy her career. Talk black to me. A lot of Tamika's speaking engagements and all this kind of stuff. Tamika lost a lot of money and stuff like that when she was fooling around with these girls for the Women's March. And they was dogging Tamika and stuff. They didn't want Tamika to attend other black people's events and stuff like Minister Farrakhan and stuff. So they started calling her all kinds of names. So I defended Tamika. I did multiple shows defending Tamika because I was like, oh, that dog walked her. They just made her look crazy. She had this smokeless interview and these white girls helped to destroy her career. They messed with her money, all of this kind of stuff. And boy, oh boy, they lied on Tamika. They slandered her, whatever the situation was. And the truth they told, you know, they was just dogging the girl. So I did an effective show on it. And Megan was so mad that her funny looking self blocked me on Instagram and I think on Twitter or something. Funny looking self at the time. So I digress, but I just want y'all to know it's reasons why these knuckleheads do what they do. They get offended. I'm bringing this up to you all to let you all know, don't laugh at me because I use a laptop and a cell phone to reach and to talk to you, the black grassroots, foundational black Americans. They are intimidated by what your sister is saying over here. You better recognize what the world is going on, because they certainly do. They're not blocking me, beloved. They're blocking you. They don't want to hear from the voiceless. Are y'all hearing me today? This is bigger than me, which is why I always expose them. But let's get back to the Griot. Let's get back to the Griot. Sometime back, and I just, once again, this was by accident, I found this out. And it's still today because I checked it before I came on. This is what the Griot did. What does that say, family? This is recent. I just checked it before I came on. What does that say? Now, why am I bringing this up? Your so-called Black media outlets are the very ones that claim that white networks are not treating them fairly. They're the very ones that claim we don't get enough media attention. They're the very ones that claim there's bias and disparities throughout media. Somebody talk Black to me. Is that right? They're the main ones talking about somebody's trying to block and to censor them. They're the main ones that talk about how Black folks' voices and messages are not getting out into the world like they should. But let me show you something. Y'all know how I do. I've been having these tea glasses for a long time, so I gotta take a sip of my green supplement. But yet, they're the ones that are consistently blocking those of us that speak for you. Don't you find that strange and hypocritical? Talk Black to me. Juju, go sit your funny looking self down now, because I don't mind having 4 and 5 and 10 new mascots. The Vicky show can never have too many mascots. I will fill a coliseum with nothing but mascots. The people have to actually wait to get into because it's filled with mascots. You don't tell a 43-year-old woman who she is, what she can do, how she can look and dress. Grown. You better talk to your babies. If you got some grandkids, go raise them. Tell them what to do. These parts over here called grown. God, today. Grown. Grown. You don't tell a 43-year-old woman what to do who's running her own empire. They just don't go together. You see how that works? It could just never. God, today. Y'all really be out here saying stuff like I don't see the world the way you used to, beloved. Not like that. Thank you, Ricky, saying radiant Black beauty. You so sweet. Now, ask yourself, why would the Griot, did Vicky put, why would the Griot block your sister with the curly braids? Are y'all hearing me today? Thank you, Queen's kids. Vicky, you are gorgeous. Thank you, beloved. Ground 43. People be forgetting stuff. Paying no bills, no staff, no taxes. God, today. Just be talking. Again, I'm from Mississippi. I got to start using a word that I'm not hearing enough anymore. When I grew up, I used to hear every week at least the word home training. I'm going to have to start writing a mini book on home training. Darnell, thank you for your gift. Darnell said, make it plain, Queen. I got to do a mini book on home training. I got to go back Mississippi. We were taught there's just some things you don't say or do out loud. God, today. You can think it in your own little bitty mind. God. Lost your mind and stop. It's the Vicky show. My setting is opulent and I look the same. You can flip the channel. Y'all ain't running nothing over here. Vicky done changed. Baby, you ain't never knew me. You don't sit your funny looking self down. Dang, y'all finna make me go Beyonce, one of her songs on you. Shoot. What Beyonce say? These so-and-so's ain't stopping nothing. God, that was way too much. Y'all know YouTube won't let me play too much of the song, maybe a couple of 3 seconds. Funny looking self. You focus on your little world. 43 and trying to tell a 43-year-old woman who run her own, what you got? How long training? She said that too, beloved. She said, they can't break my soul. Talk black to me. Ricky, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. I digress. So I just showed you how the Grio a long time ago blocked me. Let me get to where I'm going quickly. Copyright Act of 1976 allowances made for purposes such as fair use, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, I want you all to look at this clip that I saw some days back from a brother that goes by the handle Jimmy Perry 0621 on Twitter. I saw this clip he put up. Let me get the sound right. How many of y'all heard of C-SPAN before? While I'm getting the sound right. Okay, here we go. How many of you all, definitely some of you all have heard of C-SPAN, right? So, you know, C-SPAN does a lot of political talks. They capture a lot of the in-depth hearings of Congress and a lot of important, I think, conversations that are captured on C-SPAN, right? So C-SPAN had this, had their Washington Journal, that's what it appears to be the name of this one on C-SPAN that was on Spotlight on podcast. And so they allowed callers to call in, right? Y'all listen to what this caller said while this white man who's moderating this panel is talking to these two black looking people from the Grio. This other one is a professor. I actually think both of them are professors or something. But, you know, you're going to take a look at it. Listen to what this caller says, family, to these two black looking people on C-SPAN.
The line, John, please go ahead.
Yes. I would like to ask you this. Are they familiar with Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, and Tariq Nasheed? And they seem to be far more relevant and influential to the black community than the Grio and other black so-called news networks. Because I heard the guest talk about including everybody. And so they say that, you know, everybody, we shouldn't include everybody. This is about black people. You know, everybody doesn't fit in. Immigrants from Africa are actually on reparations committees where they don't get anything and it has nothing to do with them. So do you know Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, and Tariq Nasheed? And what do you think of them? Thank you.
Wow. Now look how the man was looking when the brother asked. This brother, it was so funny with his funny looking self. And the sister looked just as crazy and stuff when they asked, did he specifically know? Thank you, beloved, for your kind compliments. Tariq, Professor Black Truth, and the Black Authority. Watch this.
As far as inclusion, you know, we look.
Watch this.
Person who speaks to everyone. Person who speaks to everyone.
Watch this.
The
man that's talking, this is important why I'm bringing this up. The man that's talking, his name is Michael Harriot, Harriot. He's the host of the Griot Daily podcast. Now, as I mentioned, the Griot is owned by Byron Allen's funny looking self. So the caller just humiliated the Griot. God, today. The caller, instead of shouting out the Griot and saying, hey, y'all's news outlets, now they done acquired the BNC, formerly BNC. BNC went into bankruptcy. So Byron scooped it up, I think, for like 11 million out of bankruptcy. Now they're trying to do cable. They're trying to do streaming. They're trying to do a regular broadcasting and stuff too, right? So you got the little podcasts and stuff going on. And instead of the caller acknowledging them as a black news outlet, y'all the one that has the access to all these large platforms, but nobody is saying your names. talk black to me. Thank you, Terry. Yes, that's my written. Yes, beloved, it's written in Arabic. I've had this for many, many years. Y'all something else. I love y'all back. Vicky Dillard, I got a crush on you. Y'all better stop. Y'all better act right in this chat. Y'all better act right in this chat. Bill, stop playing. Too much you got a crush on me and blowing kisses at my computer screen right now. We supposed to be focusing on black media chit chats, family. Stop playing. Now listen. Watch how this Michael Harriet's funny looking self, because he's humiliated. Here you are, supposed to be a black media big shot, right? You're part of a vast network that y'all supposed to be doing big things now on cable. You're increasing your cable, your podcast, your online digital publication, all these other things that you're doing with the Grio, and nobody cares. The guy jumped over you. Talk black to me. Ricky said, made a black girl crush. Yes, baby. I do, baby. I blush. I be bragging about blushing. Watch this. Watch what he says in response.
Person who speaks to everyone. Just, and you wouldn't say that there was there's a white guy. Do you know this guy? It's a weird question, but I do think that as far as inclusion, we look at the world and Black America as a diaspora, right? And I don't think anyone benefits from excluding a particular group, whether it is immigrants or Americans or native-born Americans. We want to be inclusive. We want to build a global village.
Well, Michael Harriet, it's August.
I beg your pardon, what? The people that doing all this talking are people that lecture in colleges, y'all. These are people that are on mainstream platforms, and they're stuttering. They're stuttering now. When the man specifically asks if he knows specific members of the new black media. Yes, he knows. I looked at the other clip of the sister when they asked the sister. She wasn't much better because she broke down the fact that, yes, she was familiar with those names. Why am I bringing this up, family? I'm bringing this up because those who say they're black media outlets, they never mention our names. And there are people all over the world that's tapping in and tuning into what we're saying. And more than that, we're dominating the narrative. And I dare say world events. You've got our people popping up, confronting and practically running Rolanda Martina off the block. Y'all remember when I did that breaking coverage? You've got our people showing up to political meetings, humiliating the likes of James Clyburns. You've got former presidential candidates that were specifically talking about reparations because we gave it momentum. You had one of the former presidential candidates literally use the phrase that my understanding was coined by a new black member saying, cut the check. I want to say it was Brother Jason. The presidential candidate wasn't quoting Rowling. They didn't quote Al Sharpton, Don Lemonade, Joyless Reed, Whoopi Goldberg, Sonny Hostin, and those others that be on CNN and other spaces. They literally took a phrase that the people got from the new black media folk. Somebody talk black to me. The impact that we're having is extraordinary. But yet your black looking people ignore us. And when they do mention us, it is in a very disparaging way. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? They're jealous and they're hateful. And the reason they're jealous and hateful, one of the main reasons they're jealous and hateful, is because we don't have the filter or the middleman of the Democratic Party paying us and telling us what to do. We don't care about whether or not they invite us to the White House. Ricky Smiley and them. What's that other one's name? I shouldn't just say him, but who else on the radio? Even the Breakfast Club and stuff. Now, Charlemagne sometime back did specifically say my name. He said, talk black to me like Vicki Dillard would say, but you ain't had me on. It's a reason why they don't. Because their paymasters and the other folks that they're trying to please don't want that real, for real revolutionary spirit. Steve Harvey, that was the other name that I was looking for. Thank you, beloved. Those individuals ignore us. But these are very ones that want to talk about how hard it is. How it's hard out here for a pimp. They want to talk about how hard it is for them. Yes, D.L. Hewley. How many shows have I done on his funny looking self? Y'all know D.L. blocked me also on, was that Instagram? And he blocked me when another brother was backing me and defending me. Funny looking self. All juicy and dewy. I want to let you all know, don't let them get away with calling themselves true black media when they despise us. They disparage us. They ignore us. The very people that has the voices of the folks on the street, we're the ones that they're choosing to ignore. Thumbs up, everybody. Share this broadcast. Would you, family? Share this broadcast, family. I'm looking now. Nope, the notifications didn't go out again. But I'm hoping at the right time, the right people will hear this broadcast. Share. Watch this. I'm bringing this up and trying to connect some dots because the caller is proving why they ignore us and disrespect us and block us and disparage us. It's because we're the ones that have true influence. They're the ones that's elevated by white society. They're the ones that are accepted by white society. But that doesn't mean you're accepted by the people. It doesn't mean you're truly having impact and influence with the people. Are y'all hearing me today? Now, look at this headline. Look at this headline. Oh, no, excuse me. That's from Voyage Atlanta, where they did my feature in their online magazine. Excuse me. Girl, stop. Stop, Vicky. Y'all be sure to check it out. We put the link in the chat for you. Y'all check out my feature. I actually tell some of my story and the time and what led to me being in the belly of the beast and a divine prophecy that I received over my life when I was a little girl. Let me stop. Talk black to me. Y'all be sure to check it out. Watch this. I play too much, though. Watch this. What gets me, look at this headline. Let me get to it. What gets me, here go Byron Allen's funny looking self. I've already read a Copyright Act of 1976 concerning the media clips that I'm playing here on the show. Look at this. So Byron Allen's funny looking self can't wait to get on CNN, right? Now remember, he tried to act a donkey on CNN sometime back. Byron Allen on the huge opportunity for the Griot. Y'all listen to what he says about him acquiring BNC. Now remember, BNC, they also had they made a big investment for an online platform like the ones that we have here, right? Well, BNC never took off the ground. But remember, they had this Middle Eastern guy who was the one that put up the big bucks behind it, and it came to nothing. And you all know that a lot of these mainstream platforms and these new news companies that form, many of them do so in order to silence or to neutralize our impact. Remember, they went from mocking us to copying us. And remember, the latest statistics show the average person, they're now saying that they're not even getting their news now as like they used to from mainstream media. Are y'all hearing me? They're getting it from folks like us. Well, listen to what Byron Allen said when he was on CNN. Well, he didn't say that. It's the commercial that came on. He said, talk black. Here we go. Watch this.
Byron Allen began his career as a stand-up comic, appearing alongside stars like Johnny Carson. Now, he's a media tycoon, a prominent figure in the cable and broadcast TV industries, owning channels like the Weather Channel, and he's working on expanding the company's portfolio now. He's going to be acquiring the assets of the Black News Channel after a bankruptcy court approved his $11 million purchase. The Black News Channel was a small startup cable news channel that never really got off the ground ratings-wise, but was producing some great work. So let's talk about the future of that and more. Joining me now is the CEO, co-founder, and founder of the Allen Media Group, Byron Allen. Byron, there's a lot of curiosity about what your plans are for the assets of the Black News Channel. This was a low-rated channel that had a really hard time reaching households. That's true for a lot of independent channels. So what is your plan? What's your vision for the Black News Channel's
Yeah, listen. What happened?
assets?
Well, first of all, Brian, it's good to see you, and thank you for having me on.
Thanks.
Listen, the Black News Channel, we have a huge opportunity there. First of all, after we bought it, we immediately, within 10 minutes of wiring the money, we changed the name from the Black News Channel to the Grio. And the Grio is West African for storyteller, historian. So we want
somebody tell Byron Allen's funny looking self, how does he, because Byron sued a whole lot of white people and a whole lot of white companies talking about discrimination, talking about he was being silenced. But yet Byron Allen's The Grio has me blocked. A news outlet that claims they speak for Black people has the voice of some of the streets blocked. Funny looking self. Keep listening.
channel to be a lot more inclusive. You know, I never really quite thought it was a good idea, the Black News Channel. I don't think we need the Black News Channel. I think we need a good news channel, a terrific news channel like yours.
Did y'all hear that? Did you all hear that? Listen again.
So we want the channel to be a lot more inclusive. You know, I never really quite thought it was a good idea, the Black News Channel. I don't think we need the Black News Channel. I think we need a good news channel, a terrific news channel like yours. So, you know, the network's going to be a lot more inclusive. It will be far more, you know, focused on lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. So by way of example, we went and did a terrific deal with the HBCUs to license more than 2,000 of their sporting events, which will also air on what is now Black News Channel, what is now the Grio, and used to be the Black News Channel. And that's important to us because that's going to help us to amplify these sporting events at the HBCUs, these historic Black colleges and universities, and to help educate these kids at those schools, because education is the key. And we have to invest a great deal more into education, paying teachers a lot more to educate.
Family, I'm not trying to brag or nothing. You all know HBCUs, before I came on some of these platforms some years ago, many years ago, I was given thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in scholarships, specifically to Black students. You all know since such time, I have given hundreds of dollars a piece on multiple occasions since I've been doing my own show to multiple historically Black colleges and university students. To hear Byron Allen sit up there and talk about what they need to do with HBC students and what we need to do with kids and all this, let me tell you something. I'm not bragging. I'm giving you a report of what was said to me by HBC students. I was told by one of them, and they publicly said it in an Instagram post. This particular HBC student goes to several of the other events in multiple historically Black colleges and universities. And he said amongst the students, when asked who they listened to, he said Vicki Dillard's name was one of the top ones that some of the HBC students said that they listened to for conscious political and social information. Isn't that something? The HBC student that attended other conferences and meetings at other colleges and universities said that Vicki Dillard was one of the top names among those students that said that they're listening to Vicki when it comes down to political and social commentary. What an honor. But your so-called elders in media give us the middle finger. They disparage us or they ignore us. Exactly, my sister Rashida. She said he, meaning Byron Allen, was so pro-Black when he was battling Comcast. Now there's no need to focus specifically on Black. Make it make sense, Byron, and that's the point. Some of you don't remember, but I've been staying on top of this for a long time. Byron Allen played a trick on the Black grassroots. We were told by some other Black talking heads on YouTube, Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. Y'all know I rarely bring them up, but I just can't not say their names because they're the ones that specifically told us to put our support behind Byron Allen. Then we found out that Tone Talks was doing some kind of, wasn't he doing some political or some sort of commentary contributions to the Griot? They was telling us, let's focus and go down to the Supreme Court to support Byron Allen fighting and litigating somebody in court. And they tried to tell us that somehow that's got to do with reparations. I did shows explaining to you that ain't got nothing to do with us, and that's a trick. I was one of the first ones that publicly told y'all something was wrong with how Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks was moving. Why did Vicky tell you that? Because Yvette Carnell, years ago, used one of her public social media platforms and retweeted an FBI link on your sister, a propaganda news piece on your sister, after I called for them to unify with other Black voices that was pushing reparations. I didn't do a show dogging her. I didn't do a show talking about nothing except let's unify with other Black folks that are talking about reparations. She was so offended. She literally attacked your sister concerning an unjust case with these United States of America. Exactly, Cool Keezy, agent behavior. So I did a show calling them out. Publicly telling y'all something wrong with that. It's always the go-to of the Negro. Funny looking self. They're the ones who told us, come run to the Supreme Court to support Byron Allen. And at the same time, we see in Tone Talks, he must be excited because is he working some behind the scene deal with the Grio? Because now he's giving commentary contributions to one of the Grio outlets. And then we find out that it was a trick the whole time. We told y'all it was a trick. And Byron Allen was not truly pro-Black. and didn't care nothing for us. Thank you, Sis Rashida. Vicki Dillard, one of the top names at HBCU campuses as it relates to political. Yes, that's what one of the HBC students said. When it comes down to whose commentary they're listening to, they said Vicki Dillard, Vicki Dillard. Let me tell y'all something. Let me let you finish listening to this last little bitty clip from Byron Allen now on CNN. Now remember, one of his people already got humiliated on C-SPAN. The little guy that's got this little podcast and stuff. Supposed to be intelligent and stuff. Start fumbling and bumbling and stuttering when the people say, do you know these specific names of the new black media? And then remember, the caller told him they're more relevant than the Grio.
Our children, our greatest asset. We don't have enough intellectual capital and human resources in this country to maintain where we are and to grow and continue to thrive.
Talking about learning, what have you learned over the years in the media industry, which is, let's be frank, mostly white, white male-controlled media industry, all those media titans. You have been buying up properties. What have you learned over the years doing so?
Listen, don't forget Byron has got a strong Karen at home that he's been married to for some months and Sundays. Listen to his response.
Diversity and ownership.
Not enough diversity and ownership.
We don't have a real democracy until people really own these assets. Women don't own these networks, and
women. He started with women. Okay.
Don't control their image and their likeness and how they're produced and depicted. Asian people are pretty much non-existent in the.
What? I'm finna do a Jay-Z. What ninja? What? Who ninja? What ninja? Who ninja? What? What? What ninja? Who? What ninja? Who ninja? What? The Asians in 1 year's time during the pandemic got $50 million and political legal legislation. We haven't gotten 1 cent in reparations. What? Ninja who? Ninja what? What? What ninja? Who? Ninja what? What?
Landscape in terms of how we're depicting them or even seeing. A lot of the Spanish language networks are owned by people who don't even speak Spanish.
Joe Biden told you they're outnumbering us and telling black folks we're going to have to work with them. Y'all didn't even pick the black lady out of California. Y'all handpicked that Hispanic guy out there in California and gave the black folks the middle finger after Kamala started running for office. You gave it to the Hispanic out there. They're getting all kind of benefits, the legal ones and the illegal ones. Who ninja what? Ninja who? Ninja what?
And gay people don't own their networks as well as African Americans. We need to own our networks.
He threw us in there as a crumb at the end after shouting out women, Asians, Hispanics, and gays. How many of you all have seen my breaking shows that I did on who's really running Hollywood? How many of you saw me break down with massive receipts names such as David is it Gergen? What's his name? The one that did Michael Jackson dirty. I don't forgot his last name. What's his name, y'all? Remind me. I did a whole show on his funny looking self with receipts. Put his name in the chat, family. Y'all put his name in the chat. Remember I did a show about Oprah Winfrey and him, best buds. Not Griffin. It's not Griffin, family. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Geffen. Thank you. Geffen. I gave y'all massive receipts. Everybody know darn well that the LGBTQ community runs a lot of things in this country and in Hollywood and in high places. Byron Allen is a big fat front. And he keeps telling on himself. Don't nobody have no issue with them other people groups, but that ain't our business when it comes to this media world. This is a specific area where our voices need to be elevated. And you got this Wally Walnut shouting out, supporting, giving voice, which means you're giving more power to everybody but us. The disparity is Black folk. So everybody else don't need even and 50-50. Do y'all understand this? I gotta run. These so-called Black-looking media outlets, they disparage us, they ignore us, they disrespect us. And they're some of the main ones that believe in our censoring. And they keep telling on themselves. And they keep losing. And they can't believe the power that we're growing in. They're so arrogant that they continue doing what they've always done, thinking that that's going to continue to work. But let me tell you something. Byron Allen is going to be in for a rude awakening. When that white man said to him that the main media outlets are mostly run by white men, and it's true. Byron Allen don't care about the fact that white men dominate. He just cares as long as he's one of them. That's my opinion. Byron was suing all of them so he could be one. That's why he married one of their women. Talk Black to me. I got to run, family. I am so excited. I've got my new podcast coming up that's on Spotify, Google, and Apple. And I have a very special guest. They're getting all the clips ready. It's already uploaded there now. By tomorrow, I plan on having the information so that you can see a clip in the next couple of days. Well, once I get the clip, actually, my team is getting that to me. But I'm excited that it's officially up. It's going to be a yummy, yummy podcast. We're starting all over with my On Purpose with Vicky. These are sort of my soul sessions where you can hear me at a podcast. I want you to be sure to go to Spotify, go to Google, go to Spotify, Google, and Apple and put in On Purpose with Vicky. That's On Purpose with Vicki. And the latest one that I did popped up. But follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I'm going to put a link here on the community page here on YouTube, as well as my Twitter and Facebook page. And also TikTok now, because you can follow me on TikTok at I am Vicki Dillard. And I can't wait for that as well. It's going to be so yummy. And wait till you see who it is. Ooh, it's going to be so good. I love talking to my true supporters, the Vicky Nation. Family, be sure to join Vicky University, my world premier school. You're going to get information that's going to shape your life. The knowledge I give you has the power to give you the advantage in every area of your life if you're consistent and you implement the things that I teach you. Go to my website today for only $44 for the month. The price will change, because I'm worth that, baby. And if you can't afford the $44, it's just not your season, and it's okay. So keep your comments to yourself. Somebody say home training. So go to VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKIPLANET. It's right there on the screen. I love you all so much. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, because I'm not just on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. I am Vicki Dillard on TikTok, and Vicki Dillard on Facebook. Make sure it's a legitimate Vicki Dillard. I'm not no copycats, God. I'm Vicki Dillard. I love y'all so much. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. You are my bliss. I can't wait to see you again.